Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with take 3 of this video. I got a new mic, tried it out, hated how it sounded, adjusted things thinking it was going to sound better, hated how that sounded. So we're back with my old mic. Hopefully, I had to readjust settings though too, so hopefully things sound okay. If they don't, sorry. So I'm here with my April TBR. I definitely thought it was May in my first take of this, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, no, it's not May. So alright, so the first couple books I want to talk about are some book club books. So the first one is my book club pick for Historical Hellions, and that is going to be Virgin Fire by Elizabeth Chadwick. This one is a bathtub romance. So Samantha had brought it up that she had found it at a used bookstore, and it literally has a bathtub on the cover, and she is wanted for her bathtub by many men in the town, and our hero is the one who woos her for her bathtub. So I'm very excited for this. Cheryl sent it my way because someone during our live show bought it on eBay as I was buying it. So we were chatting about it. I found a lot with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is amazing, and I was like explaining it to everybody, and then as soon as I went to buy it, someone bought it. And that's too much of a coincidence. I know someone watching bought it, so it was just really funny, and Cheryl found a perfect condition and sent it my way. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to read that. It's going to be such a fun live show. Super excited for April. Check out our Instagram for the official dates. I also have my Patreon live show where it's the Fallen Book Club. We read a book each month and have an author guest who picks the book. So far I've had Catherine Cowles, Kipi Tyler, and Gianna Darling, and this month is Jennifer Hartman, and she picked When a Moth Loved to Be by Pepper Winters. She loves Pepper Winters. She loves dark romance, no surprise there, but I believe it's Jennifer's first fantasy romance, and it is a dark fantasy. That's all I know. I do know the author cut out some stuff from the original publication of it that she had sent out to like ARC readers, so it's shorter than she intended. I'm interested to see how that goes, so very excited for that. Lacey and I also just picked out our Ravished by Romance pick, and it's going to be Offside by Avery Keelan, which is a hockey romance. The heroine dates the hero. I don't know if it's fake dating or not, but it's to get revenge on her ex, who is his rival. So sounds really good. I do have another one that's rival, like ex story, so I'll get to that. Another historical on my list is going to be Never Cross the Highlander by Lisa Rain. So this one is a Scottish Highlander romance. He actually has gone undercover to live a double life to free enslaved captives across the land, and he kidnaps a servant by accident, and that is our heroine, who's waited 3 years to get out of her imprisonment, and he has to accompany her home or else like risk his like identity. So it sounds like a traveling romance. Very, very excited. This one was delayed by like a year. I remember seeing it I think 2 years ago, and it finally came out. I have it. I have to read it. And then I did end up finishing Daisy Hates yesterday, and I am unwell from reading that book. I am so emotionally distraught after what those characters went through. They're such messy romances, such angsty romances. Like, there's so much cheating involved, so much pain and angst involved, and I love it. So I would love to get to the other two. I'm in such a Magnolia Parks world now, but I think I like Daisy better. Like, reading Daisy Hates made me really, really not like Magnolia for what she does in order to be loved by people. It's very obnoxious. So I feel for Daisy and Christian, but I love to get to their books. So we have Magnolia Parks and the Long Way Home and Daisy Hates and the Great Undoing. Love the covers, obsessed. So I need to read these. Hopefully that goes well. I don't know if I'll get to them in April, but I can dream. So, oh, and then I do have a read along. So let me grab those real quick. So Tori and I are doing another read along. We are doing a read along for the Blame It on the Alcohol series by Fiona Cole. These are like in Vegas. So book 1 is Blame It on the Champagne, and that one is Married in Vegas to Her Boss. Book 2, I believe, is this one, and it's this one, Married in Vegas to Your Best Friend, and this one is a rockstar romance. So that's all I know about them, but our live show's in April. Check out our Instagrams for the official date and time. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they are on Instagrams, and it's going to be on Tori's channel, so very excited to read those. Excited to read some more Fiona Cole. I've only read her Voyeur series, so excited for that. I also have a reading vlog for my next episode of Battle of the Booktube Besties. I'm reading these two. I don't know the third one that she's going to pick yet, but I would love to see your guesses of who it's going to be. We'll see if they can dethrone Sam, because Sam is currently in the lead. And 4 of my friends I've done so far, so this will be my 5th episode of seeing if my friends can pick 5-star reads for me. So we have The Right Move by Liz Tomford, which is a fake dating basketball romance. I'm pretty sure this is going to be 5 stars. I loved Mile High. So many people have been loving this one more than Mile High, so I think this has good chances of being like at the top. And then we have For Lucy, which is a marriage in trouble romance, which I'm very nervous about because I know some people love it, but I also know that some people don't love it. So I'm nervous, but I love Julie Ann, super angsty. This is the second Julie Ann book that my friends have picked for me too. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. And then I have the audio of Bittersweet Heart by Helena Hunting. This one is book 2 in the series. I read Little Lies in January. Absolutely was obsessed, if you guys have been around for the last couple months. This one's a hockey player and he falls for his professor. So I'm really excited for book 3 though, because that's the male figure skater. So that one's gonna be really good, but I love these. These are all new adult hockey romances / sports romances. So another college sports romance is Tight Ends and Tiaras by Lex Martin. So this one, his sister's roommate ends up being friends with him and helping him with his daughter, and then offers to move in with him. And in return, she needs help getting revenge on her ex, which is his like nemesis and longtime rival who broke her heart. So it sounds really fun. I really enjoy Lex Martin. I'm just behind on her releases, so I have to get to this one before I get to book 3, which came out like in the past month. I also have Help Me Remember by Corinne Michaels. This is an amnesia romance. I got to see her at a Polycon and she said that people don't like amnesia romances, and I was like, I'm literally buying it because it's amnesia. Like, it's on me. Like, this is what I love. So this one says that she lost her life, like it disappeared, except for that she knows that her older brother's dead and she's the only eyewitness. So she needs help from her brother's best friend. And obviously fall in love. I think there's going to be some romantic suspense in here, so very excited to read that. I also have Iced Out by C.E. Ritchie, which is a male hockey romance that's rivals. I've heard it's not like Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed, which is totally fine with me. I just really need to read this, and so many people have loved it. I need more hockey romances in my life, so high on my TBR. Then we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I got to interview Zachary Weber on my channel last week, who is an audiobook narrator, and he loves Abby Jimenez. He got to do Part of Your World, and he got to do this one too and had really great things to say about it. This one is a romance about a doctor who got a divorce and her brother needs a kidney, and she starts writing to this other doctor, and it's like they write to each other. That's all I know about the concept of this book, but it looks so good. So I love Abby Jimenez. That comes out on April 11th, so I have to read that soon. I also have Into the Tide by Laura Pavlov. This is a romance I've been dying to read ever since it came out, I think a couple weeks ago. This is a best friend's little sister romance, and she asks him to be her first and hook up during the summer, and it'll be back to friends after the summer's over, but obviously that's not going to happen. I don't know what age this is, but she's home for the summer. I don't know if they're in college. They look older than college age on the cover though, so maybe it's an age gap. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to try out more from Laura Pavlov. I also dying to read The Wolf and the Wildflower by Stacey Reed. This one, he, for the past 10 years, have been living in the wilderness, and people thought he died. He didn't. He was rescued now, and the heroine has been raised as a male. So her mother cannot have another child because she would die, but she knows that she had a daughter and her husband wants a son. So she lies and says that it was a daughter. So she has been raised as a son, but gotten so many experiences as a male in society. She got to go to school, have a very successful life, and then I think she falls in love with the hero. So I'm really excited to see how this plays out. So many people I know have read it and read it when it came out, and they loved it. So I'm excited. I also need to get to the Redemption Hill series by A.L. Jackson. This one is Give Me a Reason, and I love, she has her blurbs up top with all the tropes, which I need more authors to do. So this says, it is a single dad, enemies to lovers, standalone romance about a jaded club owner and his son's teacher. So very excited for this. I do know later on there's a bunch more single parent books in this series, and one is A Woman on the Run, which has my name written all over it, so I'm excited to read that. Definitely want to read more from A.L. Jackson, so that's high on my TBR. And then I have War of Hearts by Samantha Young. This one, I love Samantha Young. I've been reading her since 2013 with the On Dublin Street series, and I've just been really in the mood for more shifter paranormal romances. I'm reading a wolf kind of fantasy romance, but he is a shifter right now, and I read a Tessa Hale shifter Why Choose series that I really loved, and I'm like, I need more werewolves. So this one's a werewolf romance. That's all I know. It is in Scotland, so I think there's a little bit of suspense in here as well. They're more action-y in these. So my sister read the series, really enjoyed it. I can't wait to get to it. I do also have some audiobooks I'd love to read. I have Megan Quinn's new one, which I'm very nervous for, but it's a hockey age gap, and so many of my friends have loved it. My patrons and our reading sprints convinced me to download the audio, so I did, and Tori loves it, so we'll see if I love it. I also would love to get to the next Bailey Brothers book I have. I'm on book 4. I have all of them from an Audible sale, and so I want to make my way through them still. I love the series now, especially book 3 was such a good Grump Sunshine, so I want to continue the series. I want to get to this one. I also have an audio for The Bombshell Effect by Carla Sorensen. This one is a football romance, and I believe she owns the team, but she's like a knockout blonde, really pretty, and her dad had owned the team before he passed away. So this one, finally my Hoopla got it. My Hoopla only had book 3 that I really enjoyed, and so I've been waiting for them to get more, and they finally did, so hopefully I enjoy this one. I also have Scarlett Peckham's new one on audio. I forgot about that. This one is her new one. It's been like 2 years since she had a release. I can't even tell you the synopsis. I don't need to know. I just know that it's Scarlett Peckham and I want to read it. I also have 3 thrillers checked out on audio because I want to do another thriller reading vlog for my patrons. I did one before and I really love doing it, and I feel like those kind of videos don't really do well on my main channel because people really don't care about thrillers. They want to care about romances. So for Patreon, I'm going to be reading Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney, The Night Swim by Megan Golden, and then The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. All blue covers too. That's really funny. I have them out on audio. They do expire in 11 days. So I have to get to those soon. And then I do have some on Kindle I'd love to read. I would love to read Autumn Nights by Willow Astor. This one, all I know, it's a small town. I don't love knowing the plots of books. I just know the tropes and I'm good to go. So this one, I've had my eye on it for quite a long time now. So I think book 2 is coming out soon, or it's a new series. I don't remember, but she has a new book coming out that sounds really good too. I also have That Sick Love by Jessie Hall. This one is a cult dark romance. I think the heroine's in a cult and doesn't know it, or she's trying to infiltrate it. I don't remember. I think she doesn't know she's in a cult. So that's going to be really exciting. And then I do have One Look by Lena Hendricks. This one's a single dad, small town. More tropes that I love. I really want to try out Lena Hendricks, and this one's her new one, and I've seen a lot of good things about it. So those are most of the ones that I have out. Oh, I also have Say You Love Me Again by Carrie Aarons. This is a marriage in trouble romance that I've been dying to read. Someone recommended it on Instagram, and so I downloaded it, and I would love to try out Carrie Aarons. I really want to try out new, smaller authors that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, so thank you to whoever that was who recommended it. Hopefully I can get to it soon. And those are all the books I hope to read in April. Let me know what you're excited to read and what you're excited for me to read. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.